many of you might be wondering at this time, what's with the Damien Demento angle? Got the camera at the side angle, and I'm looking straight ahead. And it's, well, because I'm driving, clearly. Why? Because I don't feel I have the time to do this, where I would normally set it up, the whole tripod, shoot at myself. Plus, I need to go somewhere. So I figured I'd rant about this on the way. I started watching this morning the what would you call it? The revisionary portion of the rise and fall of WCW. And the reason I say revisionary is because it was an actual documentary. It fails on all points because documentaries are supposed to be something, you know, long expression of an opinion or basically a collection of statements or facts. I mean, there's a little bit of fact in there, but like for anything, like for any person that knows even a tiny bit about the history of WCW will see a little things off with that DVD. First thing, number one, is they act like Dusty was the golden God's gift of booking, and that he never made a mistake. In fact, when you go back to the period in the early 90s, right before Bill Watts took over the company, he did some things that were truly fucking atrocious. The whole thing in his buddy RoboCop thing, you can type that in and find it on YouTube probably. And Halloween Havoc 92 is a huge one. If you've never seen the Chamber of Horrors match, you don't know what you're missing out on. Like, there's that whole problem. I mean, Dusty has done some good things, and he did some good things a couple years back when he had control of ECW, but he did a couple good things in NBA, but like and they try to pin it all that bad stuff on Ole Anderson when I don't think he had that much. He did have a little, but Dusty was the main guy. I mean, to give you an example, when the whole Shockmaster thing went down, Ole was in the gorilla position doing the voice of the Shockmaster, while Dusty was the booker of all that. So there's thing number one wrong. Thing number two is that when they start getting into the whole Bischoff takeover, they lightly, in fact, shockingly, Big Show's the only person to mention the contracts, but they don't mention the most important thing about the contracts everyone has. They have fucking creative control over their characters. You don't get... I mean, they gloss over that aspect. They gloss over the whole Starrcade 97 Viet. They don't even talk about Starrcade 97. They just mention it as, oh, it was the highest buy rate of all time in wrestling history at the time. When they don't even mention the fact that they had built up Sting over a year as the savior of WCW. He didn't say a word. He was always hanging out in the rafters. It was one of the most built up things, like his side of it. I mean, the whole NWO thing breaking down from just three guys taking over to this whole gang mob thing, like it begins and ends every main event mafia. There's a whole nother story, but they just gloss over, like, yeah, we had one of the biggest fuck ups of all time. Although it wasn't really their fuck up, it was more or less Hogan paid off Nick Patrick to not do a fast count when he's supposed to do a fast count, so he counted 3 regularly. Then you have Bret Hart walking out there, and then you have a confused fan base wondering what the hell is going on. And that was clicker off number 1. Jesus. Anyways, I'm at a loss for words here. I got a brain fart. So when brain fart happens, you have so many things running through your head that you cannot quite get them all out, but they do go into Goldberg. That's probably the best thing they do. But the main things I have problems with is that they make Dusty look like a golden angel. Hogan can do no wrong. I don't know why they're still trying to be good to Hogan when Hogan hasn't. Hogan's not working for you. Why are you trying to make him look good? I mean, and it's only an hour and 45 minutes. And when you think about that, the Rise and Fall ECW documentary portion was almost, maybe even a little over 3 hours. And it covered a period from 1993 to 2001. And when you consider the fact that this thing's only an hour and 45 minutes, fuck that long. It's covering a period supposedly from the 30s to when Jim Crockett Promotions started. Because, yes, Spinnernet, WCW grew out of Jim Crockett Promotions and did not grow out of the NWA. It grew out of one promotion. I don't know why people don't understand that. I don't know why it's hard to grasp that one promotion got etched up to the national level. Apparently, it's a very difficult concept to grasp, but they do get that part right. That essential fact that it was a single territory that expanded in this large national thing. But when you gloss over that it's supposed to start out from when that promotion started, which was in the 30s, and it goes into when WCW died, and it's only an hour and 45 minutes, that's thing number one you gotta wonder about. I mean, I guess they didn't want to admit for a time period that they were getting their asses handed to them. I mean, what do you have to... just tell the fucking story. Just tell the fucking story. That's all you have to do. I mean, you have primary sources. I mean, the best thing out on this whole thing is The Rise and Fall of WCW, written by Brian Alvarez and R.D. Reynolds. It was all off-hand knowledge, but it's alright. I don't know how. I don't know why they tried. Oh, anyways. Disc 2 and 3 are fine. You get some fantastic matches on that, but Disc 1 you might as well use as a glass coaster. You might as well throw it in the air and use it for skeet and shoot it with a shotgun. But I mean, I guess I could be a little bit more specific about all my problems with the documentary. When it's not a documentary, I mean, see, here's another thing. Their whole agenda in all this is to re-educate the young viewer that is going to purchase this DVD because they've never seen WCW. I mean, that is their whole goal with their home video line, and it's the main reason why I usually don't watch it. But I was a long time fan of WCW. I was looking forward to this thing because I thought, this is really freaking easy. All you gotta do is point out where these people went wrong and talk about it. No, that's hard. No, you gotta make... They do go in the finger poke of doom. It's just... They lightly gloss everything where they could have went more in depth, but I just don't believe in this whole re-education thing at all. And it's something that's been going on here, actually, this whole re-education of covering up your past and make things look like things didn't happen. That has been going on within this community, and some of you don't even realize it, but yes, the revisionary history of WCW fucking sucks. Do not participate in it. Do not purchase it. Avoid it like the plague. Please. If you want to know what happened, go to a bookstore, buy The Rise and Fall of WCW by Brian Alvarez and R.D. Reynolds. Just go do it. Fuck this DVD.